Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Jmack Gaming, and welcome to the TEW Monday Night Wars series. This is episode 34 and 35, and I'm back with another unfortunate incident with a fucking shitty audio recording app that I use, and it didn't work. So I'm back, and I'm here, and I'm ready to recap the go-home shows to Monday Night Raw and WCW Nitro. Chad is not here. That's what happens when, I'm editing videos and shit goes wrong. I have to go back and recap everything. Blah, blah, blah. I hate this. If only everything worked perfectly. But, it is what it is. Let's roll into Monday Night Raw, the last Raw into WrestleMania. We're here in Nevada, the Las Vegas Mandalay Bay Event Center. And the pre-show match, Carlito versus shaking my head. He's taking on Norman Smiley. Carlito, a part of the new Shining Stars. He gets the big win over Norman Smiley, who I brought in and haven't really done anything with. Thought he was going to win. I thought I was going to push him towards the light heavyweight. Well, don't know yet. He hasn't really proven himself in my mind. In the next match, Sean Stasiak defends his belt once again. He takes on, he beats Mustafa, my bad, apologies, Mustafa Saeed to retain his belt. And we got a Piper's Pit where Roddy Piper and Al Snow, do their thing. Piper calls out an open challenge, and Snow comes out, gets a 70 overall. We start off the night with the HBK, Triple H, and The Rock, the heel team, I guess. The Rock not really being part of DX, but in this angle, I guess he's kind of part of these two alliance members, because they're all heels. Whatever, they do their thing. They're out there. Undertaker, Mankind, and Stone Cold Steve Austin come out. The faces come out. They get in their faces. Shawn Michaels, he's the GM, right? Vince is gone. He's in some abandoned warehouse or wherever backstage every week. No one knows except for the DX. I don't even think Shawn Michaels knows. I know Triple H knows. We know Road Dogg and Billy Gunn know. Shawn Michaels, in my mind, in this booking, does not know where Vince is. He's just head of the DX, and the henchmen have gone and taken Vince. They've taken him to fucking some meat factory backstage. Yeah, meat factory backstage makes sense, right? But he may be part of the dickhead alliance called DX. He may be a cockfuck. HBK, at the end of the day, is still a good GM. He will do what needs to be done, GM wise. So he books I guess a faces versus heels stipulation type thing for Mania, where if the faces win 2 of the 3 main event matches at WrestleMania, they will save Vince McMahon, and Shawn Michaels will lose the general management position where he's at for the last month and a half. The heels win, and Triple H will. What I had in the promo, he will fucking kill Vince McMahon, and that is no joke. If this happens, Triple H, I will write off Vince McMahon, and he will die. I will kill him somehow in the TEW universe. I will fucking murder him. We'll see. Well, tune in Thursday night, 8 p.m. for that. Last week, Scotty 2 Funky was called up from TNA after losing his TNA World Title to Jeff Bearden, I think. Or no, Jeff Bearden, and then Bearden lost to Marty Jannetty. Little backstory on that one. He got a new gimmick. He's now called Scotty 2 Funky, and he's teamed up with the heel team of him and Flash Funk. They're a heel rapping group. And he gets a win over Aguila, which only got a 21 because I haven't pushed Scotty. Didn't give him the appropriate push at the time. He's an opener. Same with Aguila. Ruined the crowd's vibe. Backstage, Honky Tonk Man. Someone I haven't used, I don't think at all in this series. I don't like Honky Tonk Man, so why use him? He gets ambushed backstage by the Shining Stars of Primo and Epico. We move on to Mark Marrow and Big Boss Man, and what I meant to do was put Big Boss Man over Mark Marrow. Guess I did that wrong. Mark Marrow accidentally went over Big Boss Man, because you can see at the next angle, Boss Man accepted Double J's challenge, his title, or not his title, match challenge. Double J wants Big Boss Man and at Mania with Goldust in Bossman's corners. So that will happen. We will have Bossman, Double J, Jeff Jarrett in either a opening match card or opening card match or pre-show. I don't know where that's gonna fit in yet. We move on to Roddy Piper and Al Snow, and what I thought was a decent match for Al Snow. He got to go against Roddy Piper, and he almost put a fucking 70 on, so that's good for him. And we move on to an angle which I wish the recording still was here, because Chad put on a show, and it, man, he can book angles and he can cut promos. Let me tell you. Best friends of Vader and Jmack, they paint a house. Vader got his chest painted white, and Shamrock got splashed with paint. I don't really know. That's the basic gist of it. It's not as fun when recap Justin comes out and summarizes it. We got Edge and Road Dogg going 1-on-1, and Edge gets the win in a disappointing to say the least. A 55 is not what I wanted from Edge and Road Dogg. I feel like a good 70 work from these two, but Edge again, still learning, still coming into his own. They the two teams brawl. They match will happen also at Mania. Figure that one out. Last week, Edge and Christian and Road Dogg, Jesse James and Billy Gunn, the New Age Outlaws, they went to a double counter last week, right? And so both those teams were eliminated from the tag team tournament. So a new team had to come out. Well, Sean decided, hey, a new team will come in and replace those two teams in that side of the bracket. So, because Vader and Shamrock, they're not going to have an easy way into the tag team title match at Mania. So who comes in? The frickin' APA, Farouk Bradshaw. They make their entrance. They haven't been seen since maybe No Way Out. Not 100% sure. Let's look. Oh, they didn't even fucking show up on No Way Out. So who knows? They come up. They and then get squashed by the best friends of Vader and Shamrock, and then they have a stare-down with Hawk and Animal, the Legion of Doom, the tag team champions of WWF. And we move on to our main event where their faces go over in a six-man match. Taker, Mankind, and Stone Cold defeating The Rock and DX. So not only are titles on the line, not only is pride, there is a life on the line at Mania. If Mankind and Stone Cold and Steve Austin, or Stone Cold, Mankind and Taker all lose, Vince is dead. I don't think you guys are realizing. Vince McMahon will die if those three men can't pull out 2 wins against The Rock and DX. And now let's move on to WCW. They had a fucking hell of a show, WCW Nitro, and 88 overall right here. Don't know why I'm scrolling down up there. Let's go down over here. Ric Flair and Scott Steiner, and I think, I'm not 100% sure on this one, but I think it was the finals. No, it was the semifinals. I know Liger has a match still. I think it may be Ric Flair and Liger. Yes, it's Ric Flair and Jushin Thunder Liger to open the card, if I remember right, the WCW New Japan Rising Sun show. So it'll be Flair and Liger. The winner will take on the WCW New Japan Global Champion, their alliance. And then we move on to the Angle with Goldberg and Steiner. After Flair beat Steiner, left him in the ring. Steiner's about to leave. Goldberg comes out, who was hurt last week. Got hurt last week, or the week before, either or. Fucking speared Steiner. Just killed him. We move on to a WCW World Tag Team title match between the Harlem Heat and the Dudley Boys, the Duds from ECW. Harlem Heat get the win. A 68 overall rated match. That's not too bad, I guess. And then we have... My bad, folks. Sorry about that. Then we move on to a Booker T, Stevie Ray, an Angle. They call out the New Japan, the IWGP Tag Team Champions. They want a piece of those guys, so it will be Booker T, Stevie Ray, the Harmony against those two competitors, the two IWGP Tag Team Champions. Will not spoil that for you. Will not spoil any of this because Chad, I know for a fact, wanted this all locked down. He doesn't want any of his superstars that he got from other companies for this show in particular to be leaked or anything. So we got Raven and Chris Jericho fighting for the WCW World Television title. Raven retains over Jericho, and then we got a Kevin Nash, Bret Hart contract signing. No table spot. He was very adamant there was no table spot in this match. Mr. Cat Miller gets a good, decent win over Jim Duggan, and then afterwards, Chef Psychosis comes out with his pancake cycle station and attacks Mr. Cat Miller, setting up, I think, what he called a pancake on a pole match. Yes, it will be a pancake retrieval match, either on a pole or a ladder match. We've got to work out the kinks. You know, you never know what you can do on pay-per-view in Japan. We got Rey Mysterio and Chavo Guerrero defeating Eddie Guerrero and Juventud Guerrero in, I think, one of their better matches in the cruiserweights, almost to 78. So their cruiserweights of Juventud and Chavo, Rey, and Eddie, they're rivaling Stone Cold Owen Hart. Yeah. We have a 100 rated promo between Randy Savage, DDP, and Luger. Luger coming out, you know, calling out DDP. He's like, yo, I'm the former U.S. champion. I deserve to be in this three-way match. I deserve to be in that title match. Make it a triple threat. DDP comes out. He's like, okay, sure. If only if you can beat me tonight. And DDP squashes Luger. I wouldn't say squash, but, you know, gets a win over Mr. Luger. They got a post-match attack. Savage attacks DDP, setting up, you know, DDP Savage, and then the faces lose. Scott Hall, Bret Hart, Sting, they lose to the heels of WCW, the Big Show, Nash, and Hogan to end WCW and lead to the Rising Sun Super Show. Gonna be hype. It's gonna be tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Thursday, 8 p.m. EST, Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. Probably gonna just stream live to YouTube. If it's easier, I'll stream to Twitch, but right now I'm leaning towards YouTube. We hope to see everyone there. It's going to be one hell of a stream full of surprises, swerves. You know, maybe someone will pop in the call and, you know, book Romania with me or book WCW with Chad. Who knows? Okay, we hope to see you guys later. Leave a like, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button. We apologize for this format of videos. Not the way we want to do it, but it is what it is. And we will see you for episode 36, the live stream, Mania, New Japan, Rising Sun.